We are live. How's everyone doing? Because we're up and running today. I love the watch list. We'll see who shows up. Pop out the chat proper. It's Monday. Hope everyone here is doing okay. Oh, hope everyone is doing okay. It's always what I hope every single day. I want everyone to be doing alright. It's all about them good, positive vibes. And just quickly going through my Twitter, making sure I don't miss anything social media-ish on there. No. Do this later. Hey, Alivar. Yo, I love ice cream cake. That's why I hope for every birthday. Don't always get it, but... Actually, I think I've only gotten ice cream cake on one of my birthdays. But I always want ice cream cake. I mean, to be fair, having cake on my birthday in general is really great. And I think I've only... Out of the 50 billion years I celebrated my birthday, I've gotten cake on my actual birthday twice, I want to say. Maybe 3 times. My family wasn't big on cake. You make ice cream cookie cakes? Well, my birthday's August 6th, Salvar. But unfortunately, I'm going to be in, like, Indianapolis that day. Maybe coming back home from Indianapolis that day. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyway, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday Night Livestream hosted by yours truly, animefanrk2k. Where we'll be playing the Fruit of Grisaia. Doing the Michiru, got some nice music, some ambiance to start the stream. Quick announcement. If yeah, I'm going to be at coming home from Gen Con probably August 6th on my birthday. But anyway, quick announcement. Special July 4th live stream will be happening Wednesday at 7 p.m. here on YouTube. So if you want to come check that out, feel free to. We'll have some drinks, we'll have a good time. And, yo, message me fanfictions. I don't care how you get it to me. One way or another. Text it. Tweet it. Facebook it. Either way, get me some fan fictions, get me fan arts. I'll show it off. I'll dramatically read the fan fictions. No spoilers. Preferably of things that I played. Especially the visual novels. Those usually have people requesting stuff. I just hit my hand against the doorknob. And without further ado, that is the only announcement I have. There's going to be a special Wednesday July 4th live stream. Fan fiction reading, fan art showcasing, etc. And let's get started. Anyway, boop, boop. Fruit of Grisaia. I think I read this line, but let's read it again just in case. When I return to the dorm, Michiru seems to be obediently standing by in her room in preparation for our afternoon outing. Yeah, we started dating. Kind of. Fake dating? Real dating-ish? I was worried about the possibility of a panting, saliva-spewing greeting in the manner of a dog impatiently awaiting its walk, but it seems things aren't quite that bad. I mean, no amane. Even after taking my shower, there's still plenty of time before our 1 p.m. date. Throw myself down on the bed to read one of the books Sakaki left me before her departure. Yo, how's it going? Oh, bug pizza. Yeah, come hang out, Bug Pizza. If all fails, I'll find fanfiction myself. We'll do that fanfiction.net scouring thing. You know. That'll be fun. Today I've got a first-person work of reportage written by a war photographer. Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality. Very interesting stuff. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a disputed region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on the top and bottom. Clever swindle. Takes advantage of the natural assumption someone's not going to cheat you so blatantly face to face. A simple but effective bit of misdirection, almost like a sleight of hand trick. Just go. Duh, bruh. If I read fanfics, you know, like I would start with like my own, at least, like, you know, ones I've written or something, because that's not embarrassing at all. I mean, I'll proudly say that I wrote fan fiction, except I'm not proud of it. Yo, you want some UBW fanfic? We'll find stuff, man. Wednesday's fanfic day. Fanfic, fan art. By the way, Uni already submitted. I know Uni's not here, but Uni submitted some Michiru fan art. Oh, so great. So good. So good. Saved forever. Going to Sonic fanfic? No, man. Things are weird in the fanfic world. I know that. I'd rather go to the Digimon tryhards of fanfiction because they try to take themselves way too seriously in their fanfics. It's great. It's good times. Like, none of that bestiality BS that they start with right away. It's weird. You're not going to see through something like that until you've cast aside your unconscious assumptions about what couldn't possibly be. Today's drink of choice is Dr. Pepper, because Dr. Poppers, man. Nepunia franchise, that's fair. Nepunia has some good fanfics, or rather, at least on the Amino, a lot of people post fanfics, so that's where I read my Nepunia fanfics for now. All of a sudden, I noticed that 1 p.m. has come and gone. Bit of a surprise. I would have expected Michiru to come drag me away by now. Deciding I might as well wait for her to show up, I reach out for another book. But for some reason, I find myself unable to concentrate. The ticking of my clock seems strangely loud all of a sudden. Can't maintain my usual focus on the printed word. Alright, suppose I might as well head over myself. Yeah, I understand about that. That's King. That's the fan base of most anime. Incest, bestiality, and ship wars. You'd be surprised. That's the darker parts of being an anime fan, if you know what I mean. Mumbling to no one in particular, I drop my book and head for Michiru's room. Oh my god, how long do we keep her waiting? Michiru, you in here? It's about time, isn't it? I knock on the door and call out, but receive no response. There's always a possibility she had to leave on some pressing business, I suppose. If so, she could have at least said something to me, but, well, that's her choice to make. The girl can do as she pleases. Oh, Kitty's there. You're that same cat, aren't you? The black cat that recently spent most of its time fused to Michiru's skull pushes the door open, poking its face outside. If this animal's here, it seems quite possible that Michiru's still in her room as well. She didn't respond to my voice at all. Some sort of trouble, maybe? Michiru, I'm coming in. When I reach out for the doorknob, the black cat pulls back in a panic. Seems the little beast still strongly dislikes me. Oh, you're talking about like the Mary Sues and stuff for the World King. I mean that's inevitable. Like people, and here's how it works. Okay, I'm not trying to defend the people who like make this super strong OC that's like, oh my goodness, but here's what comes down. It's what it comes down to is when people create something and they go, this is the thing I made for this story or whatever. They want them to be like special and strong and to stand out. And realistically, that's what main characters are. They're all people who are special and strong and or stand out or something like that. So that's kind of what it comes down to. It's like, you know, they want to, and some people have trouble balancing that. Like they make their character like super OP or whatever. I understand. Like, you know, it's frustrating. Oh man, my character wouldn't lose like that, or like my favorite character in this series wouldn't lose at it. But you know, what it comes down to is, you know, that's what it means to be a fan. Sometimes it's like, oh, like, you know, I want to self-insert something into this thing and make it my thing, kind of thing. So, and that's what happens. Like a little too like, well, this is the type of character I like, so I want to put him in this type of situation, kind of thing. And that's what happens. Like whether you think of it consciously or not. Like, you know, like realistically, fan fiction is entirely fan-made content for fans, and whether you make it for yourself or for others to read, irrelevant. It's, you know, ultimately it's something the fans make. They don't care about necessarily the balancing or the like they don't care about like necessarily the world balance or the out of characterness of it all. But with that said, like, you know, there's a lot of fans that do. Like, yeah, that too. It's also like, you know, like, because like let's put it this way. Like, if you make like a character for like Dragon Ball, and you go, I'm gonna make a human. Good luck. Krillin's the strongest human, so you have to make a non-human. And some fans don't get that far. They go, no, I'm just gonna make a really strong human or Saiyan, and then boom, they're done. Like, I just made a character, and he's gonna be stronger than Goku, and then that's my OC for my Dragon Ball fanfic. And, you know, it's the same for any other franchise. Like, that's what people do. Like, because, like, you don't want to make a character that's like, oh, man, I made this NPC, and they're literally going to die. I mean, that's how I would write stories, granted. But, you know, and, like, here's the thing. When I write a fanfic, personally, I don't mind making, like, NPCs. Like, I don't mind making people who are not important to the main focal points of the story. I like writing fanfics about the characters I like, not necessarily making characters, self-inserting them into my thing, and then, like, trying to roll with it, you know? But, like, you know, each person's different in that regard. Like, there's some people who write that way, who they go, like, I want to make a main character who hangs out with the main characters, and they have to be strong enough to hang out, or stronger maybe, to hang out with those main characters. Or, you know, like, you make generic characters that don't fit. I'm suddenly popular, don't know why. I mean, like, every generic harem protagonist can relate to that one. Even in anime. So, you know, that's what it comes down to, man. That's why it's fanfiction. Anyway, let's continue. That was a little bit longer than I thought. Didn't mean to say so much. Oops. I entered the room slowly, keeping an eye out for booby traps out of an abundance of caution. Inside, I found Michiru lying face down on her bed, breathing in the soft and regular manner of a contented sleeper. Oh, she probably woke up, like, early. I was prepared for the possibility of something being seriously wrong, so I had to admit this is a bit of an anticlimax. Sleeping in, are we? And after all that squawking this morning, you're a carefree one. She was super excited. She woke up early, and now she's sleeping. I mean, yeah, and if you write a story like that, King, I understand that from a balancing perspective, you want to balance your character with your story. With that said, the reason why it's fanfiction and it's not like, you know, unadulterated, like, fiction that's just published and stuff, is because, like, you know, that's where you learn. Her ribbons are weird. Well, she's also face down in the bed. Don't worry about it. Face portraits, you know how it is. So yeah, like and that's the thing. Like you as a reader, especially on like a public forum like fanfiction.net, which is a public forum. You can make an account. You can comment on things. You can commentate on it, be like, hey, it's strange. And of course, people are gonna get defensive and stuff. Like, like understand this is their thing they created that you're criticizing. Ultimately, they go, I made this, and someone's attacking me about it, even if that's not your intention. Like, and if so, they have to come off like kind of like oh, can't believe you said that. Just like constructive criticism. Just be like, like these are the things I like. These are the things I didn't. It's a good way to get across to somebody. And that's true for like any discussion. Like, you have to be on equal footing. Like, hey, I like this thing too, and I think it's cool that you're doing this thing. Here's the things I really like about it. Here are the things I didn't like as much about it, kind of thing. And then that's actually the easiest way to communicate with people as a whole. Anime life hacks for you. Compromise. It's all about compromise. If everybody reached equal. What am I talking? I just started my live stream. I'm like, can't wait to go on this day with Michiru right here. I'm talking about life advice instead. What the heck? Anyway, just know, just reach that equal footing. Whatever. You know what? Screw it. Fuck it. We're gonna talk about this anyway because I decided I'm gonna start talking about it. I'm gonna keep going. Just don't think compromise is a bad thing. Like, don't think you have to give up something in compromise. Just know that, sometimes you meet halfway with people. That's what it comes down to. If they don't want to meet halfway, guess what? You're not going to be on equal footing. You just walk away from it. And that's it. Done. Done. Problem solved. Next. The cat hops onto the bed and licks Michiru's cheek repeatedly, but she doesn't even stir. Come to think of it, the girl tagged along for a full 15 kilometers of running yesterday. Hardly surprising she'd be exhausted. It wasn't a particularly impressive distance by my standards. But for a typical female student, I suppose it was a praiseworthy effort. Wow, 15 kilometers, man. That's a good distance. Well, calling this woman typical strikes me as somewhat problematic, but I'll save that debate for another day. She's sleeping, boys. Girls. Children of all ages. Actually, if there are actual children watching, I apologize in advance because I was like, started, hey, drunk stream, 4th of July celebration here on YouTube, 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Yeah, that's not the way to get the child audience. But hey, look, mom and dad, I want to watch this guy. This guy's gonna be drinking live and reading fan fiction. I don't know. That sounds like bad influences. Thanks, parents. I'll remember this. Anyway, the cat and I looked at each other and shared the equivalent of a wry smile. Michiru's face appears to be resting on a fashion magazine. There's a picture of the outfit she wore yesterday circled in red permanent marker. Even after all the exercise, I'm getting the feeling she was up late last night, in which case, it'd probably be more considerate to let her sleep instead of dragging her outside. Give the cat a single pet on the head, causing it to flee immediately, and turn to leave. Get some rest. We'll cancel today's date. I knew that was coming. I mean, she even sounds like she just woke up. Just go back to sleep, alright? No reason to push yourself. Oh, man. Michiru forces out the words while glaring weakly at me through half-open eyes. Her claims rendered even less convincing when she rises to her feet and promptly staggers to the side, very nearly trampling her pet. Yawn. And the cat's quipped. Listen, just go back to bed. There's no reason to pointlessly exacerbate your exhaustion. I mean, I'm trying to sleep all the time, Michiru. I don't like fall asleep at 1 p.m. Oh, when the ribbons are untied? I think the way they're tied is, yeah, it's a little different. Oh, it's cute. I like it. I see. How much did you get last night? What? 8 minutes? It's not even a nap, woman. Get back in that bed and sleep long enough to secrete your growth hormones properly. Just too excited about the date, man. Well, if you insist, let's get going, then. Make your preparations in the next 30 seconds. Not possible! Suppose not. You have 5 minutes, then I'll wait outside. I mean, at least she says she'll be there. So how long will it take this girl to get a solid grasp on the tsundere concept, anyway? It's funny. In old movies, they often represented a time wasted waiting for women with a pile of cigarette butts on the ground. These days, there's heightened social and legal pressure regarding both public smoking and littering, so that's become a pretty rare sight. Littering's bad, guys. What then can take place of that image as visual shorthand for a man kept waiting by a woman? A red battery icon on the cell phone you've been using to browse the internet? Not really feeling the atmosphere from that one. In the first place, so easy to send messages these days that waiting in vain might well be a less frequent phenomenon than before. Still pondering these matters when Michiru appears, complete with cat hat. It's been exactly 5 minutes since I left her room. No, only 5 minutes. Didn't anyone ever tell you to arrive 5 minutes early to your appointments? What? Please define nanika janai.
なんかこう時間を操る謎の人物、謎のタイムパラドクター。
Okay, let's get going already. I'll leave you behind.
いや、待ちなさいよね。あれ、本当に置いてかないでよ。待ってよ。というわけで考えました。デートプラン。
Oh snap! She actually did. Good. Let's hear it.
松島みちる様と行く0泊1日三島崎海の旅。
Beach? Michiru delivers the line with all the triumphant flair of a strutting peacock. The beach? We went just a few weeks ago. Well, we just went a few weeks ago.
いやね、あれはダメだ。なかったことにしたい。知ってる?
Oh yeah, did she even ride with like Amane? According to Michiru, while I was off swimming with Amane and Makina, she'd been forcibly enlisted by Sachi to help construct an ultra-massive work of sand art. And in the end, the enormous castle they spent hours creating ended up collapsing just before they finished, trapping her beneath.
私、砂で身動き取れなくなって、何ニアムファルコンの船長かっつうぐらい固まってね。
Millennium Falcon?
その上近所の子供に。ああ、これ以上は言えない。とにかくひどかったんだから。
I see. I have to say though, it's a bit of a boring choice from my perspective.
何言ってんのよ。二人なら楽しいよねぐらいのこと言いなさいよ。デートなんだから。
Oh yeah. Pretend date, I believe.
ごっこだけどさ。
That said, I suppose you have a point. Just two of us playing on the beach might not be bad.
本当にそう思ってくれる?
I don't know, that cat's giving that, I don't know about this kind of face. No, but we're pretending, so I said it anyway.
そうですか。
Aw. And so he set off walking for the nearest public beach, not rushing along, not fleeing anxiously. A simple, leisurely stroll, not unpleasant in its own right. There's the cat's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. What's up? Wanna hold hands? Hands? I see, we are on a pseudo date, so that seems appropriate. Aw, she's happy though. She just wants to see Yuji shirtless? Probably true. When I reach out, Michiru momentarily jerks her hand away, but soon tentatively surrenders to my grasp. She's got a decidedly small hand, with rather thin fingers. On closer examination, there seems to be a small white flecks in her nails. Are you eating properly? Your fingernails don't seem to be getting adequate nutrients. I'm not sure a diet consisting of cheap sweets and takeout lunches can really be described as healthy, my friend. Aww. True enough, this is a date after all. Alright then. I will now offer a more date-appropriate comment. You're in perfume, aren't you? Ah. Smelled freesia and pink pepper at first. Now I'm getting a heliotrope and iris? With a hint of sandalwood and synthetic musk underneath. Wow, that's actually very accurate. Some degree. Mostly intuition though. Anyway, there's no need to wear perfume. You smell nice naturally. Take a lock of Michiru's hair in my free hand and gently stroke it. After a moment, I allow the strand of blonde hair to fall through my fingertips. It whispers against my skin as it goes. Hi, how's it going? I'm the hair. Wait, what? The cat watches me touch Michiru from its vantage point nearby. A supremely irritated look on its furry face. No, not really. Go. It's a lie. Like I said, I'm just pretending here. How many times do I have to say this? Why do you keep taking it seriously? Aww. Who watches FIFA World Cup Soccer? I mean, I didn't watch it, but I was listening to it earlier this morning because of the Brazil-Mexico game. I was listening to it in Spanish. I understood the first time. No need to repeat yourself. Hey, don't talk about football like that. It's a good sport, okay? I didn't watch the afternoon games for any of this, so I wouldn't know. And welcome to the live stream. I only cared specifically about the Brazil-Mexico one because, you know, that one has some. I was kind of looking forward to that one. And you know, Brazil won. Like, what else? I bet there was drama, man. It was like what, 3-2 at the end for the Belgium-Japan. I mean, in that regards, we should just apply that to everything in real life, right? We should just sacrifice people and kill them. That's a dumb reason to not like sports. Oh man, what, people didn't die making this anime series? I guess we should just kill the studio. Yeah, that's a dumb reason, King. That's 100% stupid reason to not like a sport. Or anything for that matter, because people aren't dying or sacrificing themselves. That's stupid. And to be fair, when the North Korean team qualified, like, what was it, 2 World Cups ago? 100% they probably did die. So, you know, good on you, you know, for wishing the death of like 11 plus people. And probably their families too, because I bet in North Korea that actually did happen. Just saying. Just putting it out there, man. It's fact. What? That's a stupid movie reference. A movie reference. Sicily goes, I can't get behind these sports with no blood and sacrifice the losing team to the volcano gods. What movie is that? Maybe it's because you're not used to it. I doubt it matters that I'm the one that did it. Anybody would feel a little awkward over a sudden kiss. Without much experience, I can see how it would weigh on your mind. Something tells me this portion is going to be long because Yuji's dumb. That's right, didn't mean a thing to me. It was just a moment of physical contact. Cheater digits and bits? You were cheating yesterday? I was busy. I was busy yesterday. Doing my own thing. That's what I like to say, but no, I was like preoccupied with a lot of stuff. That's what happens, man, when you're an adult. Get preoccupied with stuff. Wow, this guy who falls asleep during a live stream. Yeah, that's the gist of it. No feelings attached. Aww. I was lying too, actually. Hold on, are you seriously planning to do this for every little thing I say? It's a pretend date, so don't take anything coming out of my mouth seriously. Wow. Man, how dare you leave a canned stream for a Markiplier stream? What are you, into quality content? I would say that's a burn, but, you know, if someone told me, hey, I left your live stream to watch GT Live, like, oh man, it happens. I watch those guys too. I watch the re-uploads. So I'm not a big FNAF person though, so I wouldn't, I'd probably stick around for 100% orange juice if I had to choose between the two. Was this cancer? Well, that's fair. And I'm going to tell you this right now. As a person who has a high resistance to all forms of drugs, including alcohol, painkillers, man, I wish they'd put me to sleep. Michiru scratches vigorously at her head in confusion and dismay. Cat, surprised by her sudden violent motion, leaps nimbly away. Michiru strongly squeezes my hand as she speaks. A slightly sad look on her face bellies her positive words. Seems my teasing has gone a little too far. Perhaps a conciliatory gesture is in order. Michiru, my friend. As this is a date, I happen to have a present for you. Might lurk in this stream to watch a Fire Emblem Heroes stream? I mean, that's fair. I get it. Vanitas, I get it, you know. Like, but she's my favorite girl, so. Even if there's no one watching, I'll still live stream everything until Michiru's route is done. None of the girls are even there, King. That's impossible. Impossible. Close your eyes and hold out your hand. After a quick scan of the area, I pick up a rock of moderate size lying in the dirt nearby, then return and gently place this in Michiru's open hand. Well. Alright, you can open your eyes now. I bet you could throw it right back. Michiru slowly opens her eyes, and her palm rests a majestic lump of stone. I mean, yeah. You've wanted that one for a while now, right? I picked it up for you. Hey, how's it going, Jose? Welcome. Right, it's a pretend date, so you get a rock I picked up off the ground. Now rejoice! Aw, she's crying. I see. Move to cheers of joy, eh? Afterwards, with comments such as, "This the hot color for fall," or "They collaborated with another designer on this one," I proceed to present Michiru with rock after rock. And every time Michiru answers, "No way, I'm so happy," or "Yay, what a nice surprise," then accepts my gifts with a great show of gladness. I see. Perhaps this dating thing is somewhat enjoyable after all. For rocks and receive joy in return. A strikingly surreal spectacle, if I do say so myself. Well, doubt I'll soon forget the sight of Michiru's shark pouch bulging at the seams from its cargo of stone. Oh man. Let's throw them away when we're done. They're only rocks. I was gonna say, she still has her shark pouch on. Having stowed her bag and changed her swimsuit, Michiru joins me at the beach. Seems like the girl rented a large air mattress while she was at it. She dragged it behind her, apparently struggling with the weight. It's a good distance from here to the beach house. Must have been relatively difficult carrying a float of that size all this way. Again with that swimsuit, huh? No, she probably actually has a actual problem, King. Because as you can tell, I think everyone has some sort of problem with trauma. This area isn't exactly flourishing, I guess. And when everyone thinks the beach must be packed today, sometimes barely anyone actually shows up. Not uncommon, actually. Swimsuit-clad bottle blonde peers at me with innocent confusion on her face. She honestly seems to have only just noticed. Strange woman. Listen, you didn't tell me we were going to the beach until after we left the dorm. When exactly was I supposed to procure myself a swimsuit?
こは人もほとんどいないわけだし、ユージは男の子なんだし、裸でいいよ、裸で。
Uh-oh, it's time for Yuji to unleash the mightiest weapon known to mankind! As Michiru says, even by my standards of this mostly empty beach, we found ourselves a particularly isolated spot. Nobody's going to notice anyway. Going in naked might be a suitable, carefree approach. True enough, alright, I'll do that. She wants to see him naked. Michiru, my friend, I'm now naked. Something wrong? Why are you looking away? Something strange about my body? I feel like he's like posing too. He's like maybe even pelvic thrusting a little bit. I see. Well, if you notice anything odd, feel free to let me know. The odd one's Yuji. Let's be honest. Yo, what's with the fourth wall breaking? I'll take my paycheck in the mail and have a nice day. Da 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 da. Fanfare? What's wrong? Uh-oh. Critical error. Is that so? Very well then. Don't understand what you're getting all red in the face about though. Weird girl. Yeah, I mean, he is pretty weird. Dun, dun, dun. Her face still flushed, Michiru runs energetically toward the shining summer sea. Trot along behind her into a sheet of warm spray. She looks back over her shoulder. I mean, lots of things are more fun than a bus crash. And delivers an appropriate play date line. I break into an all-out dash and catch Moocher in less than a second with a flying tackle. My apologies. When told to catch someone, I feel it would be impolite not to make my best efforts to do so. RKO out of nowhere! Okay. Michiru's astute question returns me to my senses. Indeed, who exactly was I let down by allowing the girl to escape? I'm constantly obeying instructions handed down to me. My own will has no relevance. I simply carry out the task assigned to me. But today, I'm under no such obligation, and still I wag my tail on request. How pathetic. Seems I've been domesticated right down to my bones. You have a point. Hardly any reason to stay tense at a time like this. So sorry, pure reflex. Stop the match! Stop the match! Not happening. It's not really the issue, but whatever. After that, we enter the sea and spend some time splashing around in the water. With no particular objective in mind, we mess around in the waves and swim idly under the sun's warm gaze. I think you could describe it as an afternoon well spent. Michiru has a cheerful smile on her face the whole time. This is more like waiting, really. I have to say, you seem pretty tired yourself.
そんなことないわよ。寝不足なだけ。8分。
Whew! So you're insufficiently rested after all. Maybe a brief nap's in order.
でも寝るとこないよ。あ、ここで少し寝てみようかな。海の上で寝るとか贅沢じゃない？
Yeah, what kind of wrestling match was that, right? Yuji versus Michiru? Oh, there's a thought. Michiru carefully lies herself face down on the plastic sea mattress. Apparently anxious about her bathing suit riding up, she sticks it in a finger and tugs down on the cloth numerous times.
Oh, さすがに揺れますね。落ちそう。
Don't you sleep on your back?
それはそうだけど、お布団がない状態で仰向けに寝るのってなんか怖くない？守るものがないって感じで。
That's true. Like, I guess even when I sleep, like without, like in a chair or something, like I'll cross my hands in front of me. I can relate to that.
私、どんなに暑くても布団絶対かぶって寝る。何もないと無防備すぎる。敵が来た時に守れないじゃない。
That's good instincts. Who's this enemy supposed to be? I sort of get what you're saying, but the logic's a little incoherent.
そうかな。ユージなら分かってくれると思ったんだけど。ああ、そうだ。しばらくこうしてるなら日焼け止め塗らないと。
Alright, I'll put it on for you. We are pretend dating after all.
ねえ、それ本気で言ってるの？
Of course, you can't cover your entire body by yourself. Now, can you? I'll lend a hand. Isn't making people do this sort of thing for you the tsundere way?
じゃあ手伝ってよね。サメ吉の中に入ってるから。
Samekichi. Oh, that pouch. I retrieved the bottle of sunblock from Michiru's shark pouch. Guys, remember, hot summer days here in North America. You want the Grisaia wrestling game? Just be usually like tackling everyone and you win. Make a terrible game actually, if you think about it, you know? But remember guys, summer days, sunblock, very important. No, it's expensive. Protect yourself, okay? Very important. Do it for anime. Do it for me. Do it for the memes. Smash Bros modding. Let's put all the Petunia characters in. Retrieve the bottle of sunblock from Michiru's shark pouch. When you take off the cap and tilt it toward my hand, thick white liquid emerges in globs. I have this thought every time, but the stuff looks just like some kind of bodily fluid, doesn't it? No. It's weird. It looks like lotion, sir.
言わなくていいのよ、そういうことは。黙って塗って。塗りなさいよね。
Lather me with lotion, she says. Understood, here goes. As promised, I begin to spread the lotion along the exposed portions of Michiru's body. Perhaps she finds the summer sun hot, as her skin's already glowing sticky with sweat.
ねえ、いつも思うって言ってたけど、ちょくちょく日焼け止めを女の子に塗ったりするの？
Not quite. When you're somewhere that gets really intense sunlight, this stuff isn't this stuff is a necessity. Japan is usually nothing worth worrying about, but depending on the country, you can end up with debilitating or even fatal sunburns.
そうなんだ。
Huh? What's wrong? That tickle?
ちょっとぐらいは大丈夫なんだからね。ねえ、もう一個聞いていい？
Who's what, Drew Marine? What?
日焼け止めを塗って海に入ったりして、環境汚染につながったりしないのかな？
That's a question I never thought about. Some people will probably tell you the stuff's helping to kill the world's coral reefs. The cosmetics companies would probably say typical use won't cause any adverse impacts. There are various opinions depending on how you look at it. It's not a question that can be answered simply and decisively either way.
ユージってさ、何でも知ってるよね。
Now I know more. Actually, I would actually say I've probably done research on that too, because I worried about it at one point, about Sunblock. But ultimately, when it came down to was, it's not so bad that it's going to cause major things to happen. Not true. The world's overflowing with things I don't know. For example, if you order me to hum a tune from the current #1 musician on the Japanese charts, I probably need some time. I thoroughly and gently spread the sunblock across the back of Michiru's body. When I'm satisfied with my handiwork, I give her a light smack on the rear and speak. Alright, other side, flip over. Why so reluctant, woman? Do you want to turn into a Rosie Stone? Ha! Have your front and back completely different colors would probably seem slightly unnatural. It's like rubs her in her face. Like, quit whining and flip over. Here we go. Good to go, Petunia. It's a very strange pose that she has. I don't know why though. Don't squirm too much, you'll fall off. It's also very hard to like lie face up on those things. How do they think about it? Trembling like a newborn fawn, Michiru reluctantly settles her body face up on the mattress. Girl tries her best to put up a tough front after the fact, but it's comically unconvincing. Her delivery is so strained and artificial, you'd think she was reading the words of a script. We done squawking now? I'm ready to put this stuff on you, if that's alright. Whoa! Well, what? Michiru finally grows docile, apparently resigned to her fate. Taking the bottle of sunblock in hand, I squirt out another glob and begin applying it to her lower body. The girl... Oh, give me a second, I'm just rear-siding stuff. The girl darts her eyes back and forth restlessly, looking at anything but me. Don't you start from your feet? This is changed to the NSFW version? Because it's closer to me, no other reason. I mean, like, I usually saw... Wait a second. When I put sunblock on... Oh, no, I always start with my arms. Yeah, that's right. That is a strange place to start from the feet. I always start from my arms, apply to face, neck, chestish area. Then I go to my legs afterwards. If I'm going swimming or something, I'll do, like, back, etc. I can reach my back, no problem. So, like... What's wrong? Feeling anything? I wasn't implying anything strange, just wondering if you're feeling the sunblock starting to work. Lather the white liquid across her thighs, the back of her knees, and her ankles, thoroughly coating every inch of exposed skin. You can feel Michiru's light leg hair sticking flat against her skin as I rub the lotion in. Apparently this bothers the girl somewhat, judging by the anxious little glances she's now sending in my direction. What's wrong? Self-conscious about the hair? You know what bothers me more? The fact that they didn't think about this until they're in the water. I mean, come on, just go back to shore and apply it. That's what I would do. Never forget the sunblock, guys. Or sunscreen. Or don't use suntan lotion. Alright. Don't believe the myth. Suntan lotion, not a thing. Okay? Sunscreen, sunblock. Just pick a higher SPF. Trust me, you'll tan anyway. I do see people use inflatables at the ocean, but not often. By the way. About that. I mean, I barely have leg hair, so I can't. Well, they're teenagers, I give them a pass. Yeah, I guess, you know, you don't think about it sometimes. I think we already talked about this. And yeah, also Yuji did say that, you know, Japan's summers aren't that, like, don't usually necessitate so much concern. I think we already talked about this. Anyway, when you shave, you're cropping off the light thin part of the hair, leaving behind the fat roots at the surface of your skin. That's what makes it look thicker for a while. It's not like you're really getting any hairier. I mean, that's up to, you know, if you want to shave your legs, man, you shave your legs. So kind of, if you don't want to shave your legs, you don't want to shave your legs. That's it. It's it. Don't ask me, woman. What do you want? A little fuzz on your legs is hardly anything worth worrying about either way. Alright, time for the upper body. Exactly. There you go. There you go. Should she change her ribbons out? I think she changed her ribbons out. I mean, I guess it depends on when you go to the beach, where and when you go to the beach. I have seen people with inflatables out in, like, the beaches in Long Island near New York City here. So, there's that. I resume my systematic lotion smearing campaign, tracing my hands from Michiru's shoulders down to her upper arms, through the elbow all the way to her fingertips. With every stroke, she wiggles her body and lets out little sighs. Also, we get some weird, like, squeegee kind of sounds. Mwah. What's wrong? Feeling anything? Yeah, that's some strange noises. No, it's referring to physical pleasure. Wow! Shouting in protest, Michiru lifts her upper body from the float, and that instant a wave comes rolling in alongside her. Uh-oh. Tumbling from her plastic perch, she falls headfirst into the sea. Well, that works too. They say being in the water reduces your exposure to UV radiation. That face! For some reason, this news doesn't seem to cheer Michiru up much. Her twin tails float limply on the surface of the sea like two pitiful strands of oddly colored seaweed. She's even more tired now. By the time Michiru managed to drag herself back to the beach, her skin's taken on a warm red glow. Guess I really should have finished the job after all, huh? Nope. Well then, what shall we do with ourselves? Still plenty of daylight left. Want to try a triathlon next? Really? Spleesh. I see. Alright then. I'll walk you back to the dorm. Yeah, this is a date after all, of sorts. No, she doesn't want to pretend date anymore, guys. Moocher delivers this answer with a strangely forlorn expression on her face. Why is that? Aren't we pretending? Aww. Well, later works for me, but from the way things look, it's going to be another titanic struggle for her to get that float back to the beach house. Is her refusal to even try asking me for help another aspect of the tsundere act? Perhaps the girl's just helplessly awkward. She's helplessly awkward! God damn it, Yuji. God damn it. Oh, it's the day after my birthday now. What's truth and what's fiction? Is this real or a dream? Is this reality or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Wait, what? Where am I? Where aren't I? All of a sudden, many things feel unclear to me. Every once in a while, when I'm alone, I abruptly lose my bearings. Is it really all right for me to be here? Keep on living like this? My doubts gather into a dense mass of uneasiness that threatens to swallow me up like a black hole. I came to this school under the pretense of being a student, but I'm still myself. No matter how carefully I smooth down my surface, the Rumley isn't going to just disappear. So when Michiru came to me with her pretend lover's proposal, deep down I was more relieved than exasperated. Now I have an excuse to live a lie. This hasn't proven quite so straightforward. It's just a game, isn't it? Plain and simple. And yet, sometimes the simplest things can be surprisingly difficult to fully understand. To be honest, I'm more than a little perplexed at the moment. My real feelings seem to have gotten lost in some obscure fold on my brain. I'm not having much luck finding them again. I'm pretty sure she's feeling the same way. What's real and what's make-believe? Who am I? And who aren't I? Michiru's been dropping by my room more or less a daily basis recently. Her objective, of course, is to drag me out on pretend dates. Although I agreed to play along with the intention of killing some time, my thoughts on the matter are gradually growing muddled and unclear to me. Why exactly to keep humoring her like this? Because this is her route, man. You could call this a mutual crime, I suppose. Both play acting feelings that aren't real, collaboratively perpetuating a fantasy. Cat's like, man. Michiru's finally gotten to the point of barging right into my room without even feeling self-conscious about it. That's a product of my deliberate decision not to lock the door. Am I being too soft on the girl? Nothing, but isn't it about time? Isn't it about time we ended this relationship? But if I put it that way, it sounds like we're talking about a real breakup. There shouldn't be any need to take this game so seriously. Are? What? What's that supposed to be? I don't get it. I don't get it, said Yuji. Abandoning my flustered companion, I abruptly exit my room. Why does this feel so uncomfortable? It's like I'm living inside a man-made miniature garden. Some cosmic voyeur watching me from far above. So it seems like that as putting that there. So it seems that as time passes, Yuji and Michiru slowly become more aware of the fourth wall. They know we're watching, guys. We're always watching. What now? Look, I agreed to play house with you. There are limits. I mean, he is, right? I opened my mouth to refute her, but find myself at a loss for words. Snappy retort I was expecting just doesn't come. Huh, well, where do you want to go then? Not necessary. I don't want to spend that much time. Okay. While waiting for Michiru, I reflect on the fact that our classmates will be returning to the dorm soon. Once they're back, will Michiru revert to original tsundere state? Will we go back to a normal routine? As if this time we spent together never happened. Not that it's really any of my concern. It's her problem. Uh-oh, it's a darling moment. Darling. Even for the sake of authenticity, I'm pretty reluctant to start calling you honey. Aww. Easy for you to say, darling, huh? Alright guys, being in a relationship will usually equals losing weight because you have to keep up with him. I doubt there's been that significant a change in a few days. Let's see here. No, I did not. I looked at your waist and then at your cat. Well, there's a question. It's male. Because I looked. Hell you doing, punk? Looking at a cat's junk? The hell's wrong with you? Rest assured, there was no funny business involved. When I was injecting, well, it's hardly important. Damn it, how'd she find out? Huh? Did Chizuru spill the beans?
うん、絶対内緒にしてねって言われたけどね。実はユージって結構優しいよね。だから好き。
What? Honestly, are there any words so hollow as women's just between the two of us?
どうしたユージ。
Pipe down, come on, let's get going.
ああ、待ってってば。どこ行くか私しか知らないはずなのに。やっぱりここって落ち着く。
Already at the cliff? Little clearing overlooking the water. In a less than totally unpredictable development, the destination Michiru guides me to is the usual clearing overlooking the sea. Michiru, my friend, I'm going to be blunt. Why are you so attached to this place? Michiru slowly licks her lips with her tongue, then looks me straight in the face and smiles. No reason? Even though you come here at every possible opportunity, you expect me to believe you have no reason for doing so.
ないっていうのは適切じゃないな。つまりこの場所は綺麗だし、すごく遠くまで見えるし、空気が美味しいし、猫ニャーとも出会えたし、それから空が高いし、好きなんだけど。
I have the feeling that today I'm finally going to hear about whatever it is Michiru's been hiding from me. Therefore, as the girl hems and haws, I simply wait patiently. So as not to let some crumb of truth blow away in the wind, I shield my ear with a hand and sit quietly waiting.
あとね、友達のことを思い出す。
A friend, you say? A kitty, you say? Michiru finally manages to just barely squeeze out the words. At the same moment, her cat gives a small cry.
この場所に来ると、すごく大事な友達のことを思い出すんだ。別にここで何かあったわけじゃないんだけどね。
Some sort of friend lost, you say? Why does Sundara act? I see. And is this friend of yours now a source of distress?
わかんない。いいよ、そんな話は。
Michiru clears her throat with a little cough, brushing her previous comments off the table of the conversation.
ありがとうね。デートごっこすごく楽しい。でもちょっと怖いなって思う。こんなに楽しくて毎日笑ってて、そんな風に生きる資格があるのかなって。
Yo, Yuji's probably like, oh my god, me too. I think that every day. Do I even deserve normal happiness?
私はもっと世界の端っこでちっちゃく呼吸しながら生きなきゃいけないんじゃないのってそう思っちゃう。
The black cat repeatedly circles around Michiru's legs in search of attention. The girl is so caught up in her little monologue that she doesn't even seem to notice.
ユージがごっこでもデートしてくれて嬉しいんだよ。猫ニャーもいるし。でも全部これは嘘で夢で、いつか消えちゃうんじゃないかなって思う自分もいる。今は箱を外から見ているだけで、蓋を開けたら空っぽで、最初から何もなかったんだよってならないか。それが怖いの。
Oh, I kind of get that. I mean, it's tough, but I mean, don't you have to realize that the box itself may have meaning anyway, even if it is empty?
ねえ、私って最近変じゃない？私は私でいられる？ちゃんと私のままでユージと一緒に過ごせてる？こんなこと聞くなんておかしいよね。自分でも分かってるんだ。でも怖いの。ねえユージ、私
Put a hand to Michiru's cheek and feel the temperature of her skin. Girl before my eyes is without a doubt the Michiru I know, no more no less. But it's also true that another Michiru appears occasionally in her place. I know basically nothing about the girl. Not why she became this way, not what it means. And no matter how many pseudo-dates we accumulate, I'm not going to get any closer to that answer. There are some places role-playing can't take you. You're you, same as always. There's nothing strange about you. I think I've told you this before. You worry too much.
気にしなくていいのかな。私ちゃんとできてる。いろんなことちゃんとできてる。
All of a sudden, Michiru's eyes are tinged with red.
私バカだからよくわかんないの。ねえ、ユージも私をバカだと思う？デートごっこして本気で喜んでユージのこと多分すごい好きで、そういうのって嫌い？
Oh, she confessed. Not really.
それも嘘。
No, don't get too paranoid on me, alright? Take this at face value. You're fine just the way you are.
そのままの私ってなんだろう。
That's tough, man.
よくわかんないんだ。
Michiru blinks rapidly and a single large teardrop rolls down her face. No others follow.
私ね、ユージとデートしてる時にずっとこのままだったらいいなって思ったの。ずっと今日が続けばいいなって。だって嘘のデートごっこでも終わりが来なければそれが本当でしょ。だから終わるのが怖い。
I see, but pretending has its advantages. No matter what happens, you can pass it off as a joke. Nobody has to get hurt.
そうかもしれないね。でも終わるの怖いな。
And one of the toughest things to make your dreams into reality.
どこにゃがいなくなるのが、ユージがどっか行っちゃうのが、友達がみんなが消えるのが怖い。
So words leave her mouth, Michiru slowly squats down to finally pet the black cat at her feet. Somehow the movement reminds me of an elderly musician lovingly attending to their instrument.
楽しければ楽しいほど怖くなる。この楽しさは本物なのかなって。そうなんじゃないかなって。私、よくわかんないよ。
I'm struck by the need to reassure Michiru. Setting aside my own complex circumstances and uncertain feelings, I want to do something for the girl crying in front of me. More than a little presumptuous of me, yes. I simply can't bring myself to stay silent. You're not wrong, Michiru. Most things do come to an end, but that instant, her hand still moving through the cat's fur, Michiru changes. I swallow the words that were about to leave my mouth and carefully observe her.
だがそれは何？
The girl before my eyes was no longer the Michiru I wanted to comfort. You again? You always show up at just the right moment, don't you? Michiru offers me a dry, unamused little laugh, then moves her arms carefully back and forth as if testing the parts that compose her.
どうしたのかしらね、私。まあ、お礼を言わなくちゃね。ありがとう、この子とデートしてくれて。君も素直じゃないもんね。
You know it is, girl.
結局、デートごっこっていうややこしい形になったけど、この子はすごく喜んでる。ありがとう。でもね、だから困ってるのよ。思ったよりもこの子本気だったの。
Michiru brushes her bangs out of her eyes, then tugs on the hem of her dress, clearly uncomfortable.
こんな服 服まで用意して、ちょっと男にこびすぎじゃない？
Damn.
まあ、それは私の趣味じゃないってだけかもしれないけど、努力は認める。でもちょっとね。まずくない？
I don't follow.
そう。つまりさ、君はこの子を安心させたいと思ってる。そうでしょ。でもそれは一時期の感情に過ぎない。この子とずっと一緒にいることができる？ずっと離れないでいることもできる？永遠に守ることができる？
I mean, it is a Michiru route. I totally can, but I don't think Yuji can right yet. Instead of answering, I squeeze my clenched hands a little tighter. Be easy enough to object, but the girl has a point.
ユージ君の仕事柄、学園を離れることだってあるでしょ？その時の寂しさをどう紛らわせてくれるの？
Oh, that's mean. That's lowballing it, man. That's like kicking Yuji in the nuts, man. That's tough.
君のこの子は誰にすがればいい？どれだけのって思う？そうなる前にやめましょう。遊びはおしまい。
No! The girl claps her hands together firmly. Strangely dry sound hangs in the air for a moment. The black cat alarm darts off into the grass. Michiru, my friend. Lacking a better alternative, I venture to call the girl in front of me by that name. Talk about the end like it's inevitable. Some things do last forever. Of course, the vast majority don't. That's not a reason to give up looking. No matter how minuscule the odds may be, eternity does exist. Might take a borderline miracle to find it. You can't deny it's there. Michiru twists her face as if she's taken a bite out of a particularly sour lemon.
ユージ君ってそんなこと言う人なんだ。そうね、確かに否定はできない。誰にも奇跡を否定することはできない。でもそうやって都合のいい言葉に甘えたら、結局最後に傷つくのはこの子なの？君が奇跡を起こせなかったら、ただ奇跡を夢見て裏切られて終わっていくの。
Oh man, that's a bitter pill to swallow right there.
そんな悲しいことってある？私はちょっと残酷だと思うな。
The beautiful scenery, the pleasant wind. All of it seems to have abruptly drained of color and flavor. Can't find an effective response to her words.
この子は君とずっと一緒にいたがってる。この子と君をデートさせてあげることもこの子のためになるかと思ったけど、違うみたい。
I mean, I understand, other Michiru. You couldn't possibly imagine that torturing the poor girl through like 15-kilometer dashes and like the sunscreen and the da-da-da-da fanfares and stuff would all be, that sounds like a ton of fun, not gonna lie. It sounds like they're having a blast. Yeah, that's your problem. You miscalculated that.
お願いだから、この子のことを傷つけないで。
If you just keep protecting her, when does she grow? I have no intention of hurting her, but when you're that afraid of getting hurt. So words are leaving my mouth, Michiru's body language slackens and expression on her face changes. I instantly sense that the girl I know has returned.
今ちょっとフラッてした。
Oh, she got a little dizzy. Michiru grins brightly, but once she notices my grim expression, the smile quickly fades from her face. Her eyes full of uneasiness, she tentatively opens her mouth.
私、何か変なこと言った？もしかして、また。
Oh man. Her lips begin to tremble. It's obvious that the girl is genuinely afraid. She She has the expression of a child who's looked down into a deep dark well.
やっぱりか。そうなんだね。そうなんだよな。
I mean,
いつもそうなんだ。
it takes one hell of an actor to lie through that kind of situation, and I'm not gonna lie, the kind of person that could lie through that kind of situation is also the person who's probably sitting at the bottom of that dark well.
なんでかな。私が大切だって思ったり、必要だと感じると消えちゃうの。そう思うと遠くへ行っちゃう。だからそんなこと思わない方がいいんだよね。このまま楽しい時が続けばいいなんて思っちゃダメなんだよね。
Always hope for your happiness to continue.
私夢なんて見ちゃダメなんだ。
Don't give up on your dreams! Instead of answering, I silently wrapped my arms around Michiru and hugged her tightly. Very abrupt action on my part, to be sure, but felt like the thing to do. Michiru's breath catches in her throat. I can faintly feel her pounding pulse through her skin. Can't find anything to say to her right now. I don't know what she's gone through, or where these anxieties came from. I feel her suffering like it's my own. My emotions and hers seem to have rolled up into a hopelessly tangled mess. To be honest, I don't have the first idea what to tell her. And therefore, guided by sheer instincts, I decided to come out and say something that's been on my mind for a long time now. This isn't the time for false happiness or hollow consolation. Right now she needs truth. Michiru, my friend, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. Do you mind?
No.
Uh-oh. What is it? Is it the Yuji confession? I don't know what I should say to you right now, so I'm going with this.
分かったから早く言ってよ。怖いことじゃないよね。ほんのりしちゃうことじゃないよね。
Not sure.
分かった。覚悟する。はい、言って早く。
That cat, you're calling it Nekonya, aren't you? Well, you're god-awful at naming things. That's a beautiful line, guys. I'll say it again. You are terrible at naming things.
何それ。今それ普通今のタイミングで言う。指摘するにしても。
Weren't you listening to me? I didn't know what to tell you, so for the time being, I decided to say something that's been on my mind for a while.
まず伝えてみたじゃないでしょ。今のだって結構
Beautiful. Timing might have been somewhat odd, granted, but they're sincere words. Try to calm yourself, alright?
混乱するでしょ。考えてんだか。本当に意味わかんない。もう。
Michiru laughs, a hint of cheerfulness returning to her voice. Her deeply sorrowful expression gives way to the same straightforward smile I saw yesterday. I deliberately chose to play for time. As a temporary stopgap measure, I've simply shifted the topic away from potentially problematic subjects. I don't know if that was the right decision, but I didn't want to make some half-assed sincere promise just to bring Michiru momentary reassurance. It'd be easy enough to lie to the girl and make her feel like the problem's been solved, but that wouldn't be genuine progress. Might well backfire, in fact. And so I stalled her. Put off the inevitable for now. I decided that a little more time would be necessary to resolve this problem, and now I have it.
あのね、猫には名前じゃないよ。
Not so sure about that. It isn't, but you're constantly calling him that.
だって猫って呼ぶわけにはいかないでしょ。にゃーって鳴くから猫にゃー。
So if he was a dog, it'd be Inu-wan?
そういうこと。だって名前つけたくなかったな。さっきも言ったけど、私の大切なものってすぐどこかに行っちゃうから。だからそうならない。名前なんてつけたら関係性ができちゃうでしょ。それが怖かったの。
I see, that explains it. There's no harm in naming the animal. You should reconsider.
いいのかな、そんなことして。
Profoundly shocked by my proposal, Michiru hesitates. But honestly, she's so transparently attached to the animal that sticking with this purely functional non-name seems both awkward and pointless.
もし名前をつけてその瞬間にどうかなっちゃうことない？
I mean, he might. Not impossible, but it strikes me as exceptionally unlikely. I know, why don't I propose a name for the little beast? Let's see. Aha! Rommel has a nice ring.
やだ。何それ。ずっと言ってるよね、ロンメルって。全然可愛くないんだけど。
Cuteness was a requirement? I see. I'm too used to thinking of names as purely practical signifiers, I suppose.
そもそもロンメルって何なの？
A general.
将軍か。いや、将軍である必要はないからね。ロンメル禁止です。どこの馬の骨ともわからない将軍なんて。
Uh-oh. You just about to go into General Rommel explanation room. Hold on, woman. Rommel's no hole in the ground. Listen up. Rommel was an officer of the German army, known as the Desert Fox for...
いいの。ロンメルに対して詳しく知りたいわけじゃないから。そもそも砂漠のキツネってこの子は猫でしょ。しゃー。
I mean, I guess you have a point. I like how it says Rommel. I see. If you're that opposed, I guess there's nothing for it. Alright, how about this one? Irwin.
エルビン？いやちょっと可愛いじゃない。それ、なんとなく素敵な気がする。
Officially, it's somewhat longer. Irwin Johannes.
エルウィン・ヨハネス？
Irwin Johannes Eugen Rommel.
ロンメルじゃん。
Alright then, all joking aside, go ahead and name him as you see fit.
自由にって言われると困るんだけど。ね、こういうのはどうかな。
Michiru bashfully rubs her thighs together and speaks with a clear hint of embarrassment in her voice.
ニャンメルというのはいかがですかね。
Wow, that's a terrible name. It's shit.
即答いいじゃないニャンメル。
How'd you arrive at this name? Walk me through the thought process here.
それはそのユージがね、ロンメルって言うからよっぽど思い入れがあるのかなって思ってね。
Not in the slightest. It was just the first thing that popped into my head.
それでね、猫ニャーとロンメルでニャンメルっていうのがいいかな。
No. Michiru looks up at me, clearly looking for approval. In response, I offer her my honest opinion on the matter. Do it. A name can be anything, really. What matters is the fact that you're the one who named it. As of today, that cat belongs to you.
そっか。じゃあそうする。どうニャンメル？新しい名前気に入った？
Looks like the cat didn't like it.
無視？
Well, I doubt it could care less.
ちなみにだけど、一応だけど、念のためだけど、聞いちゃいますけど、ユージはどう思った？あ、率直に言ってね、率直に。
How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? When it comes to naming things, you are utter shit.
率直すぎるでしょ！ねえ、ちょっと！にゃー。
Nya. Well, whatever the name, there's no changing what's already been decided. Alright then, why don't we head back?
ねえ、ユージ。手つないでいいよね。ほら、一応まだデートごっこだし。
Before I can even tell her I don't mind, Michiru clings to my arm.
ありがとう、ユージ。私の世界のパーツが一つ増えたみたい。
And Yam will scratch Yuji's face up. What? Good for you. Collect enough of those, and maybe you can piece together a world that belongs to you alone. It's up to you. It's up to you what gets included.
そうだね。
Oh, I see that. Yuji, some too someday. Nyamel. All right then, let's get going. Ludmila, what? Ludmila Pavlichenko?
ちょっと、ニャンメルだってば。名前全然変わるじゃない。ニャンメルも返事しないの。ねえねえ。
Oh, that smug kitty.
あはは、もう。そうだ、ビスケットあげるから。ね、だから懐きなさい。より私に懐きなさい。にゃ、にゃにゃにゃ。
Cat's like, I won. I win today.
お、ビスケット好きか。そっかそっか。よーしよしよし、わしゃわしゃ。
Today, Michiru obtained a new piece of herself. But we can't forget that none of her problems have really been resolved. Still, the girl's begun to walk on her own 2 feet, if only within the bounds of a make-believe fantasy. As for myself, the words of the other Michiru still weigh heavily on my mind. If eternity doesn't exist, what can I do for a girl who wants something permanent? Easy enough to sulk and say it's all meaningless in the end, but with that mindset, we'll never even crack open the door to her world. How do you make eternity out of nothing being eternal? Good question. Philosophical, even. The newly designated Nyamel has officially become a component of Michiru's world. Commemoration, the girl bought pricey white meat from some pet food store. After breaking it up into tiny chunks, fed it to the cat in question. Of course, the finicky little beast barely ate half the bowl before turning up its nose and wandering off. Michiru smiled happily nonetheless, even as she complained about her friend's high-class tastes. The girl looked deeply gratified. It wasn't an unpleasant little scene. Doubt any objective observer would take me for an average student, but in the time I've spent with Moocher recently, I think we may have become a fairly convincing ordinary couple, even if it is nothing but a game. What, is the cat suddenly coming to my room?
あ、いたいた。なんであんたユージの部屋にいるのよ。いつも私の部屋にいるくせに。にゃいや、にゃーじゃなくてね。わかる？っていうかユージ、ニャメルってどれくらい言葉を理解できるの？
Hambun. Half. I was reading quietly in my room, but that seemed to be at an end. Not only Michiru, but even her pet are now barging in here whenever they feel like it. That said, the cats still worry of me. Whenever I approach, he runs off and hides. Don't understand why he comes to my room for the express purpose of fleeing. The animal's a more convincing tsundere than his master ever was. Damn! Nyamo. True tsundere.
ねえ、ちょっと聞いてる？
Yeah, I'm listening. Are you asking about this creature's particular capabilities or the linguistic intelligence of cats in general?
あれよ。とにかくどれぐらい話通じるのってこと。
Well, let's see. To simplify somewhat, I think it understands about as much as you do.
そんなに？ほとんど人間じゃない。
No, it's just saying you're a cat, so you're not?
なくて、その
Equipped.
まあ頭のいい子ってことだよね、私と違って。
Oh wow, that's a little too self-aware. Well, it's impossible to really understand the thoughts of someone you can't hold a conversation with. Even among fellow human beings, a difference in language can lead to pointless conflict.
だからそういう難しい話がしたいんじゃなくて、ただ単にニャーメルのことをね。
I wasn't trying to be obtuse. It's a simple question of how we communicate our intentions to each other. Very basic stuff.
そうですけどね。もういいです。
Her cat still perched on her head. Michiru approaches me timidly, a frown on her face. But it's an exaggerated performance. I can tell that she's not actually too unhappy at the moment.
あのね、ユージ。楽しいです。毎日。
That's so. Guess your make-believe game was a wise choice.
そうだね。おままごとを発明した子供を呼んでニャーメル賞を差し上げたいや。あのさ、こうずっとデートごっこしてるわけだけど、今もごっこ中？
Sure. Not like we've been drawing a clear line, so that works for me.
ってことは、私彼氏のうちに遊びに来ちゃったみたいなことか。
Sup? Not sure I necessarily infer that dating someone means they're your boyfriend.
いいの、定義しなさい。
I mean,
だとしたら、こう、いい氏も彼女を部屋に呼んじゃったみたいな感じになるんだよね。
I will disagree, guys. Just remember, you can go on dates with more than just, like, you know, a significant other. You can go on dates with, like, friends, with family, like... I don't mean, like, you know, like, you know... Like, for me, what constitutes a date is very simple. Have some sort of activity, have a meal. Simple dating plan. The basic ABCs of what I consider a date by animefanrk2k. Have a meal, have some sort of activity, boom, date. And my friends are like, well, wouldn't that mean you date like people all the time? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. What's wrong with going on dates with your friends, man? Yo, sometimes I even want to treat them. I mean, plenty of times I hang out with a friend of mine. They're like, yo, man, we had fun. I'm like, nah, no problem, man. I got the bill. They're like, oh, why are you getting the bill for me? I'm like, bruh, got you. Got you, fam. It's fine. Go on dates with your friends, too. And let's be honest. You like your friends, man. I like my friends. I hang out with them. And that's the reason why I hang out with them, because I like them. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Go on dates with your friends. Treat them to a meal every once in a while. Tell them I sent you. I guess. I don't know. Guess you can interpret it that way.
やべ、自分で言ってドキドキしてきちゃった。
Doki doki. You're a strange one. Want some water?
いらない。
I see. Think I'll have some myself. Take a bottle of mineral water from the fridge, pour a glass, and gulp down a mouthful. Cool liquid slides pleasantly down my gullet.
やっぱちょうだい。
Hey, drink water. I'm drinking water right now, guys. Sure, not a problem. Wait a second, I'll get you a glass.
それでいい。
Yeah, I guess so. Dirtying less dishes. Smart thinking. Michiru snatches a glass from my hands and hesitantly examines it, seemingly uncertain where to put her mouth. In the end, she squeezes her eyes and chugs down the rest of the water. Not a child, alright? Don't start squawking about indirect kisses just because her lips mash against the same piece of glass.
そういうことじゃないの。
Aw, she was thinking that. Retrieve the glass from Michiru's clutches, leave it in the sink, and take a seat on the bed. Michiru follows, lowering herself to sit at my side. Sup? What's with you?
いや、恋人同士って二人きりになったらどんなことするのかな。
They play Mario Kart 8. They play Mario Kart together and then they break up. Mario Party ruins friendships. Mario Kart ruins relationships. That's what I heard. Wait, what? Sexual intercourse? I mean, it's a good guess. That's what some couples do, man. Something the matter.
いや、その、なんていうかですね。
When a young man and woman find themselves alone behind closed doors is a perfectly natural outcome. All the more so for a romantic couple. Don't they seek out privacy for that express purpose?
わかんない。わかんないっす。
And it's not like we're really dating yet. Bright red all the way to her ears. Michiru lowers her eyes from her face. Lowers her eyes from my face. Well, I suppose it's understandable. It may be the truth, but I'm pretty frank about it. Well, want to pretend love?
やだ。そんなのできるわけないじゃん。そういうのはちゃんとしないとダメでしょ?
Yeah, that's something you shouldn't pretend about. That's probably the proper attitude, yes. Alright then, let me ask you this instead. This may be a game, but you still voluntarily paid a private visit to your boyfriend's room. What did you have in mind?
それはそうだな。手をつないだりとか。
I mean, why not just hang out, man? Hang out! Immediately sees one of Michiru's hands. Okay, done. Anything else?
そうですね。これはしないよ。しないけどね。でも、チュってしたりとか。
Kiss, where?
ほっぺとか、もう少し先で、耳とか。でも違います。
Am I getting closer to the decision? Do I have to, like, bring up my, mostly, spoiler-free walkthrough for this?
そういうことじゃないんですけど、耳ってくすぐったいから、なんかいたずらっぽい感じで。
Ah, teasing. I see, but we're not exactly going to do it, are we? Since it's just pretend and all.
しない。あとはたくさんお話できれば、それでいい。満足だと思う。
Talking is good. Talking is very good. I see. That's not much different from normal routine. But if that's good enough for you, I don't mind.
でも、
Even Nyamo's like, guys, you have to do something. Apparently perturbed by Michiru's constant vacillating, the cat leaps down from her head and runs off to hide under something.
ね、キスしたい。
But we're not going to, right? Since this is only pretend.
したい。ごっこだけどね。ごっこだけど、したい。
Head's gonna explode, man. You sure?
する。
Uh-oh. Another scene. Even as she speaks, Michiru inches away from me. Well, she's the one who asks. I reach over and grab the girl's shoulder, gently pulling her back toward me in order to comply with her request.
何?
We are kissing, aren't we?
するけど、もう、今、早くない?
Here it goes.
ちょっと待って。
Squirming inside my arms, Michiru turns her face away from mine. Soon enough, she's made up an excuse.
急にされるの嫌だ。ちゃんと気持ちの準備したい。
Yeah, I mean, you know. Understood. I'll wait for you. So let me know when your preparations are complete.
この状態で顔近くない?
I mean, how are you gonna kiss someone if you're not close by one another, you know? I'm just saying, just putting it out there. We could like blow kisses at one, like, whoa! Okay. I'll be returning to point blank range soon enough. Anyway, backing off now would just be a waste of time.
そういうものですか。あ、はい。
Observe Michiru's face from a few centimeters away. Her cheeks are alarmingly red. Her chest heaves violently with every breath. One would almost suspect a sudden illness of some sort, but I suppose the girl's just extremely tense. We good to go? Not yet! Just breathing more. As soon as the girl finally gives me the go-ahead, close the distance between us and claim her lips without hesitation. Uh-oh. Her shoulders twitch inside my grip, and in the next instant, I can feel her whole body go stiff as a plank. After a moment, I slowly open my mouth, Michiru's lips. I cheer to mine, naturally part as well. Alright, you can kiss the screen if you want, but I'm gonna think you're weird. Just saying. just put it out there, okay? Her eyes squeeze shut as if in pain. Michiru shakes her shoulders vigorously, apparently trying to squirm away and escape. And so the kiss ends. It only lasted a few seconds, but I'm getting the impression it felt a good deal longer to Michiru. You give a little love tap? I believe kisses between romantic partners tend to go roughly about along those lines. I see. Suppose it's my fault for not double checking first. Want a do-over? She's like, I'm having a heart attack. Too much pressure and too much intensity. Oh man. Nobody so much as hinted at that possibility, but Michiru denies it anyway, probably attempting to convince herself of something. Nah. What are you saying? The others should be coming back tomorrow. So the idea behind these pretend dates was to kill time. They should no longer be necessary, correct? Oh, snap. Oh, what's this? Pretty sudden attitude change. Has your tsundere engine started up again? I'm not sure whether the girl's playing tough or really means that, but she does offer a convincingly ferocious glare. That a fact, but tell me, Michiru. Nekosuke? Even Nyamo's like, what? Why are you going after the cat instead of me? Also, you got the name wrong. Dryer is knocking. That's running near me. Weird. Oh, I mean, she had a lot of fun. Not really. Well, let's continue to maintain a mutually cordial acquaintance, my friend.
されたくなんてないけどされちゃうんだからね。それじゃあ私は部屋に帰るわ。ついてこないでね。
She said, I'm going back to my room.
絶対についてこないでよね。
Okay. With those words, Michiru stalks out of my room. Have to admit, her exceptionally abrupt change in attitude took me slightly by surprise. But I'm fairly sure I only spoke the truth. Our relationship was nothing but a role-playing fantasy, founded in fiction, not real feelings. I mean, that's the exact reason we were able to be together so easily, wasn't it? I have a feeling this is going to get messy. I lie down on my bed and heave a deep sigh. Scent of Michiru's artificial fragrance lingers on the tips of my fingers. It's a sweet and gentle smell, pleasant in its own way, but badly out of place in its dreary room. Aw, he already misses her! Already misses her! And all of a sudden it's August 12th. 5 in the morning. Whether or not the world changes around me, my priorities stay the same. Barring a job request or other special circumstances, I run. Simple as that. Haven't seen Michiru yet today. Of course, it's still early in the morning, but I've got the sense she won't be approaching me quite so proactively from now on. Naturally, that's because the others are coming back. With their return, our private make-believe world is coming to an end. We'll be returning to our normal lives, such as they are. Aww, it's done. The dream is dead! The dream is dead! Run my standard route as fixed, at a fixed moderate pace, careful not to wind myself, and finish with a light cool-down cruise. Of course, I regularly pour water into my heated body to prevent dehydration. Very important in the summer, guys. It's the exact same routine as always, but for some reason it feels less than fully satisfying today. Oh, he's feeling it. The day slips past noon, and there's still no sign of Michiru. Briefly consider heading up to her room to see if anything happened. That would probably be an overreaction. It's possible that she's just sleeping in, for one thing. After all, we've been running around all over the place on those pretend dates. Wouldn't be surprising if the accumulated fatigue caused her to oversleep. In the end, I decided to take a walk around the campus to clear my mind. Fully familiar with the scenery by now, but a firm grasp of the local terrain and arrangement of nearby buildings is extremely important. It's crucial to maintain awareness of viable escape routes and suitable places to take shelter in case of an emergency. At such times, up-to-date and precise knowledge of your environment can be the difference between life and death. Excuse me. Therefore, I proceeded to sequentially compare the layouts of the area against the map in my mind. Sakaki?
Tadaima.
Hey, she's back. So that look on your face, something wrong?
いいえ、むしろ何かあったのはあなたじゃない。とても怖い顔をしていたわよ。
Oh. As I was imagining various crisis scenarios while reviewing the area, it seems my face naturally grew somewhat fierce. I stuck my index fingers in the corners of my mouth and pushed them upward. How's this? Better now? Smile!
何それ？風見くんどうしちゃったの？
I became, funny. Yay, more characters! Yes, they're alive, guys. So that was scary, so I constructed a pleasant smile for your benefit. What's so strange about that?
そうだけど、そんなことする人だった？
Even I clown around every once in a while.
おどけてみなさいよ。
See you do it. Very well, I will now tell a joke. Sandwich walks into a bar. The barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here." Yeah, I was going casserole. Yo, I like that joke. That was very clever. Sakaki, my friend, allow me to explain. The word serve can refer to both offering certain items for sale and...
いや、わかってます。面白くなかっただけ。
Damn. My word puns done in by the fact that they're just not funny. How could this be? I'm at a loss for words. What? I had a lot of confidence to that one. It was a smash hit into Dian Bien Fu, you know?
それは良かったわね。どこかわからないけど。ともかく冗談を言うのは知ってたけど、なんだかちょっと変わったみたい。
Change? Don't know about that. I'm the same person I've always been.
あ、そうだ。ちゃんとお土産買ってきたわよ。
はい、これ風見くんの分。
Whoa, a fluorescent green glow-in-the-dark skeleton keychain? Wow, it even had fanfare to it, guys. Never expected you to actually buy one, much less an anatomically correct model with limbs that rattle back and forth. My god, my god, it's amazing. Well, I suppose, but the visual impact was intense enough that this fanfare rang out in my head. Sorry, both myself and Michiru have suddenly become accustomed to breaking the fourth wall and become aware of it, and that's what happened. Wait, what?
それと松島さんにこれペナント6枚。種類がたくさんあって迷ったから、とりあえず同じ柄を6枚にしておいた。
Oh my god. Sakaki's like best gift giver. I see. Give them to her later. I'm sure she'll be pleased.
そうかな。それじゃあね。
Oh, what? Penance, though. You barely even find those things in souvenir shops these days. Where exactly did Sakaki wander off to, anyway? She's just great at finding gifts. I'm alive! A few minutes later, Makina's voice unexpectedly reaches my ears. Her high-pitched squawking prompts something almost like nostalgia. Ah, that must mean I'm on his back as well.
ただいま。あれ、せっかく帰ってきたのに、ユージってばあんまり嬉しそうな顔してくれないのね。なんなら熱い抱擁でもしようか。
Damn it, Amane. Always with this. Not necessary. I'm satisfied to see you safely return. That's all that matters.
何より？ね、何より？何
？I'll rephrase that. I find your safe return preferable to the alternative.
ああ、なるほどね。無事の方が無事じゃないよりいいもんね。ああ、懐かしいな。お兄ちゃんのその声、その顔、その笑顔。
Is he smiling? I don't know. I don't think I'm smiling, actually.
え、そうだっけ？じゃあ笑ってみせるのよさ。
No, I think I'll pass. Tried something similar just now, but didn't get a very good reception.
ずるい。私にも笑いかけてほしいのよさ。
Alright, enough of that. I'm on it, my friend. Were you able to enjoy a satisfactory period of rest and recreation? Amane answers while lightly smacking her own shoulder in a show of weirdness.
まあ、ある程度はね。でもほら、時期も時期だから、地元でお祭りがたくさんあって、それにいちいちマキナが行きたがるのよ。うん、だってさ、お祭りってさ、いいじゃん。だから行きたいじゃん。イカ焼きあるし。
Oh, Ikayaki, man.
食べられないのにたくさん買って、相変わらずって感じ。結局どこにいてもマキナと一緒だと変わらないわね。
Huh?
あ、そうだ。お兄ちゃんイカ焼き食べる？4日前のだけど。食べるかなと思って取っておいたのよさ。やめときなさいよそれ。食べられないと思うわよ。
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't store that properly, it's probably bad.
大丈夫だよ。アルミホイルでくるんでおいたからいけるはず。
I mean, it's probably better for Amane now than it was. Let's be honest. And Makina probably helped a lot in that regard. Makina went out of her way to bring it back, so I suppose I'll take a bite. Surely a very small amount can't do that much digestive damage.
Please
don't overestimate the power of aluminum foil.
何どうしたの？騒がしいじゃない。帰ってきたのに私に挨拶なしとは舐められたもんね。ビシー。
Oh snap, it's Michiru. Michiru makes an abrupt, dashing entrance. Just as before, she's fully clad in tsundere armor, expression cheerful and energetic.
Ah, Chiru, ikaku?
And I'm not sure... It's kind of weird though, because she was recognized somewhere near where they're going to school now. At a local festival. So it sounds like wherever she lives, it must be far away. Like I get the impression her parents probably moved out, like somewhere else, so that they wouldn't be affected by this as much.
食べるわよ。にょにょ。みちる、それ。
What a bold spirit! Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
ほら、担当を食べ。ほらほら。なにこれ？酢漬けか。酸っぱいよ。
Uh-oh. Sour squid. Oh, man.
わかんない。あ、そう。わあ、うまかった。
Uh-oh.
みちるは相変わらずね。
そうよ。相変わらずよ。
What? In response to Amina's words, Michiru shoots a quick glance in my direction. Not sure of the meaning behind this, if there is any.
ねえお兄ちゃん、久しぶりだから今日は一緒に寝るのよさ。
She just wants to hang out with me till she falls asleep. Makina leaps in my direction and unabashedly coils herself around my arm. The girl seems to be performing her best impression of a monkey escaped from the zoo. Somebody's weirdly brazen today.
それがね、途中からユージに会いたいってダダっ子みたいになってね。寂しかったみたい。
Well, I guess we kind of adopted her. I kind of adopted her. Well, Yuji kind of adopted her as a kind of a daughter.
でもすっごい不思議。チルチルのことは思い出さなかったのよ。あれ？冗談なのよ。チルチル？
Michiru bites her lower lip and stares in our direction with a troubled expression on her face.
チルチルってば。ねえねえ。何よ。なんでもないわよ。私は普通よ。
Oh. It's clear that Michiru suddenly lost her composure. She actually seems to be hyperventilating slightly. So on, Michiru, calm yourself.
だからどうもしてないってば。どこにでもいる普通のツンデレじゃない。ちょっと気にしすぎよ。
Somehow I'm not convinced. Exchange looks with Amane and she seems equally concerned.
大丈夫よね。マキナ、部屋に戻って荷物を片付けちゃおうか。
もうちょっとお兄ちゃんとの再会を味わいたいのよさ。
God damn it, Makina. Like, stop being observant when you feel like it and be observant all the time.
いいからいいから。ほら早く。
Just drags her by like the head, like practically torn off me by Amane. Makina grudgingly sets off toward the dorm.
また後で遊んでね。
Yeah. As soon as the two are out of sight, Michiru lowers her head to me apologetically.
ごめんなさい。
Aw. For what?
あんな態度とって。でも違うの。そういうんじゃなくて。本当に違うの。みんながいて嬉しいの。すごく楽しい。でも怖くなっちゃったの。
Scared? Of what exactly?
前にも言ったけど、みんなずっと一緒にいられないんだって思ったらとても悲しくなって、それで変になっちゃった。ごめんなさい。
Well, if you figured out Michiru's problem, don't spoil it. Drop a hand on Michiru's head and pet her like a cat. That's no good. If you're a tsundere, then act like one. Worrying too much about a lot of things. And the cat.
あんまり変な感じにならないようにするね。
I mean, it's too late. You're already gonna talk to people with a cat on your head, but okay. Do that. Still plenty of time to graduation, isn't there? No reason to break down now.
わかった。むちょむちょ。むちょむちょ。
What's Nyamal doing? It's eating something on top of your head.
気にしないで。ビスケットだから。
You have biscuits on top of your head, girl? What? I'll admit to being somewhat worried, but I'll do my best to pretend otherwise.
風見さんにみちる様じゃないですか。これはお久しぶりでございます。小峰幸、再びこの地に舞い戻ってまいりました。
She's returned from the land of the Komines.
あら、幸じゃない。ちょっと見ない間に。いや、特に変わり映えしないわね。
Nothing different.
そうですね。人というのはそれほど簡単に変わるものではありませんからね。みちる様は元気そうですが、風見さんはいかがですか？
No problems worth mentioning.
そうですか。それは良かったです。今日からは風見さんとずっと一緒にいますから、もしご用があれば何なりと申し付けてくださいね。
Damn! God damn it! I rejected all you girls! Girls! Yuji! Rejected all of you! Rejected Makina! Rejected Sachi!
もちろんみちる様も遠慮はいりませんからね。それでは私、荷物の整理を。
Rejected Amane. This is the Michiru route. Yumiko is not attached nearly as much. Come on, everyone be like Sakaki, man. Just be good friends.
サチは普通のこと言ってるだけだよね。それなのになぜか胸が痛くなる。
She just faded away. Ooh, gabba gabba gabba.
ずっと一緒にいるってユージに言ったとき、心が苦しくなった。なんだろうこれ。
Jealousy, what? Don't ask me. Probably be back to normal soon enough.
そうか、そうだよね。そうだね。私、今日は部屋で休むことにする。ちょっと調子悪いや。
I mean, that's what emotions do to you sometimes. You feel out of whack.
松島さん。
Oh man, that'd be funny. Yeah, if Yuji didn't do his own rules. Oh man, thank goodness I ran out of clean underwear 3 days ago, and the one that I'm wearing right now, we're going full commando, baby, full commando. No more underwear. You think I wear that shit? No, 3 days ago, stopped wearing underwear. How Yuji rolls. Didn't help one was lost at the beach when I went swimming. It's my cleanest pair. When did you go to the beach? No commento.
これお土産。
Oh, look at Sakaki. Like, I got you gifts.
ごめん。今日は休むから明日にしてくれる。ごめんね。
Aw.
ペナント。
Oh, poor Sakaki. My apologies, but Michiru seems to be under the weather. Save those for next time, alright? Oh, poor Sakaki. She's like, oh, but I got these gifts for her. But okay, she's wow. That was actually incredibly adorable of Sakaki's part. With all the students back in the dormitory, our normal lives pick up where they left off 2 weeks ago. Or so I like to say, but just as I feared, things don't go quite so smoothly. When Michiru spends time with the group, she's quiet and gloomy, and the perpetually oblivious Makina has caught on, leading to tactful comments such as, "You're acting weird lately, Chiru." From what Michiru has told me, the source of her distress is her belief that everything ends eventually. Personally, it strikes me as pointless to worry about such things, but the girl is clearly suffering in her own way. Our anxieties and fears are personal things. It's impossible for others to ever fully understand them. As the girl grows increasingly unstable, the other Moocher has begun to appear in her place much more frequently. She seems, to put it lightly, somewhat concerned about the situation. Uh-oh. Oh no! That's not the Michiru we knew. That you, Michiru? Oh no, it's the other girl. Oh man. Oh no. The other one. But I think that this is going to be a good place to call it for tonight. Oh no! Oh no! The end of the dream, the beginning of a nightmare. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'm actually kind of worried now. But yeah, let's hope Michiru doesn't like fade away or something. Anyway, we're all here. Continue next week. This is animefanrk2k. This has been a Monday Night Livestream with the Fruit of Grisaia. We'll continue the Michiru route at the end of the dream. And we'll see how things play out next week. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week, 7 p.m. EST here on YouTube for another Monday Night Livestream or anything else I make, including other live streams. Doing 4 this week, including tonight's. Catch me on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays and Wednesday special for 4th of July. So, peace out, guys, and see ya.